So number 4 on our list is your air conditioning system. It's better known as your HVAC system by the pros. But you're a homeowner. What are you going to do to keep your system running really well and top notch? It's a lot like a car. Every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, you're changing your oil and your filter. You need to do the same thing with your air conditioning system, minus the oil. All you need to worry about is the filter. Now, filters are going to come in a lot of different configurations. This one is going to be a 20 by 25 by 4. I've seen these bigger, larger as far as the outer diameter, and then the thickness, all the way up to 6 inches. That is all going to determine how often you have to change these. They'll claim some of these are 1-year filters, 6-month filters, but a lot of that is going to be determined by you. If your house is dusty, it's under construction, if you have a lot of animals in the house, there's a lot of hair floating around that's going to clog that with those animals. You need to take all of that into consideration. When you first move into a house, you should always change the filter right away. Then put a reminder on your phone for every 30 days. Check the filter. So when you get to the point and you check it and it finally needs to be replaced, mark that time span down, and that's the time span you need to set on your reminder going forward, and you should be good to go. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind with filters. You're going to have MERV ratings. This is a MERV 8. But they can go up, 15, 16. I wouldn't go much higher than a 15, 16 MERV rating because it makes your unit have to work harder. Another thing to note, if you go out to your outside unit, your condenser, and it is frozen over, it is going to be frozen generally for one of 2 reasons. You've got a leak and your refrigerant has gotten low. That's, number 1. But the easiest thing for you to do is check your filter before you call an HVAC guy out to look at it. Save yourself that money, because 9 times out of 10, the filter is totally clogged and the unit is not operating correctly. It throws everything out of whack. The outside unit will freeze. Number 2 that you need to know about filters. If you have filter bays on your returns, in your home, which I do, you want to make sure that you do not have a filter here at the unit and filters there. That is too many filters, and it's going to make the system overwork, and you're going to have the same kind of problems as a clogged filter. So either have filters down at your return vents or have filters here. And to be honest, the filter here is going to be the best place to actually put your filter. So how do we replace the filters? All you're going to do is unwrap this filter. It has arrows that give you a direction. See this arrow? That means that my air is flowing into this box, which is called a plenum, and going into my unit. I need to make sure that arrow is facing into the unit, not the other direction. Okay, number 1. Now, your unit can have a cover like this that just slips right off, and you can set it aside. Some of them are going to have little nuts on them that you're going to have to untwist and pull them off. And by the way, this unit, mine is up in an attic, obviously, but yours could be in a closet somewhere. So you need to locate where your inside furnace or air handler unit is at. And you just simply are going to pull this out. Now, this one just got replaced not too long ago, and you can see it is pretty clear. It's not bad. I do have an older one here to kind of show you the difference of one that is a little older. This was the one I replaced right here, and you can see how much more dirty that actually is. Now, if it gets really bad, these will start, crunching up and concaving, and it will not allow any air to go through. That's what causes your problems. All right, guys, so that's your basics on air filters. Guys, one other quick bonus tip I'm going to throw in that can actually help you and save you in the future and make things really quick if you do have a repair situation. I literally take and write down all of my serial numbers and model numbers to my unit on top of the unit itself. I even put the install date so I know exactly how old my unit is, so I don't have to rely on an air conditioning specialist to come out and tell me my unit needs to be replaced because it's 12 years old, when I can look at it and see that it is actually 7 years old. So this could save you a lot of money in the future. And if you have to pick up a part, you already know where your serial numbers are. You don't have to go in here and take this whole lid off, look in there, and try to find those numbers again. You already have it. You're ready to rock and roll.